Hello and welcome, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 19th to the 25th of June 2023 using Tarot of the Abyss. This particular tarot deck is a single color tarot deck. It is a cream and black line drawing artwork. It is the most exquisite deck ever. There is no color to it, but there's so much detail in the imagery that I felt like I actually didn't need to pair it or partner it with any other. So no oracle decks this week because this deck has a lot to say, and I think it's going to give us exactly what we need. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, let's shuffle the tarot and see what this week of the 19th to the 25th of June is going to bring you. So as I shuffle the cards, we're asking for a message that is clear, concise, that is uplifting, motivational, inspirational, that gives clear message around what your energy of the week will be. What will you be dealing with? What will you be navigating? What is the energy that you're going to be working through this week? And where does your focus need to be? One more shuffle. We're asking for all air signs, being Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right, happy with the shuffle. Let us cut the deck. Card number one we have is the Page of Swords. Right, let's put her over there. Card number two we have is the Six of Cups. Card number three we have the Knight of Swords. Oh, I love her energy. And our final card that we have is the Death card. I get excited when the Death card comes up. I know it is a horrifying concept, but the Death card never really means literal death. The Death card generally means major change and transformation. But let's get to that one when we get there, because let's get through these fabulous cards first. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, the week of the 19th to the 25th of June, our energy starts off with the Page of Swords. Now, it's interesting that you've got the Page of Swords and you've got the Knight of Swords. So it's from here to there. She is the result of this. Okay, so just bear that in mind. If we look at where she is, so she seems to be in a bit of a labyrinth of some kind. She is on her knees. We've got an open book here in front of her. She is looking up at this ball of light, and she holds in her one hand her sword, and her other hand seems to somehow be connected to this ball of light. This book is the key here, because the book is talking about the process of gaining knowledge, information, ideas, inspiration, and then learning what to do about it. When you see a maze, like in this background here, what is a maze? A maze is, I'm going to call it a challenge. It's a thing where you come in, you have to follow a certain path in order to exit. But there are so many pitfalls along the way, so many dead ends along the way, so many roads that take you nowhere, and you can get quite confused and quite mixed up with where you are. But it is all about walking in and walking out and being okay through that process. Page of Swords to me is the card of learning. It's the card of gaining knowledge. But knowledge, textbook knowledge, is useless if you've not ever been able to put it into practice. And if you've ever tried to learn something, whether it be something magical in this particular instance, or if it's been something tangible, physical, like cooking, like sewing, like learning any kind of new skill, nobody, very, very few people in this world get something right the very first time they try it. Let's be honest, learning is a process of gaining information and then trying to figure out the physical and keep trying until you've mastered the skill. And that's exactly where we're at here. We're at that point where we have all this knowledge, all this understanding, but we now need to figure out how it works in the physical. Okay, so this is where your week is starting. This is what the energy is. So you're going to have all of these ideas, all of these inspirations, all of these kind of, I can do that, I can do that, but you've never done it before. And it's that energy around the enthusiasm and the excitement, the passion of trying something for the first time and possibly not getting it right the first time. Our next card that we have is the Six of Cups. So here we have a gentleman who looks very serene. I have to say, I don't get any kind of negative vibe on his facial expression. He seems to be quite satisfied, quite content. He does seem to be a little bit pensive, a little bit thoughtful. And in his thoughts, he is remembering a memory, a time of maybe when he was with a significant other, whether it be a father, because I do seem to get like a masculine vibe. So maybe remembering a time with a father, or remembering a time with a significant somebody who was important to him. But he is reminiscing, he is thinking back. And I am going to say to you, my interpretation of this card, considering our Page of Swords, this is Spirit saying to you, air signs, that we've got to make sure that we don't get caught in this trap of thinking about how things worked out previously. We're trying something new, okay? This week, you have to climb out of your comfort zone and you have to try something new. You have to learn a skill. You have to learn something. You have to do something that you've never done before. You may have failed previously. You may have failed previously, but you're not allowed to allow yourself to get caught up in that emotion of, but it didn't work before, what makes me think it's going to work now? You've got to work really hard to not compare your current experience with past experiences, because what happened in the past was part of the learning experience. Where you're at now is stronger because of your failed experiences previously. That does not mean that you will fail again. I do recognize that we do have to fail a lot in order to figure something out. Nobody learns or gets things right the first time they do something. It takes lots and lots and lots of tries, lots of practice. But if you get yourself caught up in that thinking of, I can't do it, I'm just going to fail again. If you get caught up in that, then that's exactly where you will be. But if you can work through this and stop comparing your current with your past, you are absolutely going to succeed. Absolutely going to succeed without a shadow of a doubt. Let's have a look. So remember, I said to you that this night is the result of this, okay? Because in the tarot system, we go from the page to the knight. It's the next logical step in the hierarchy. So here, let's look at our knight. Look at her face. Look at that expression. I mean, look at that. So she has grabbed the ball. She is controlling it with her sword. But just look at her face. Look at that focused determination on her face. Nothing and no one is going to stop her. The wind has come up, but that's okay. You know, the wind, there she was on her knees. Now she's standing, and she's standing proud. She's standing strong. She has the power to do whatever she wants to do. She is controlling that orb of light. There, she was still trying to catch it. She was still trying to figure it out. She was still trying to work it out. Now she's got it. Power. Okay. Because she overcame her insecurities. She overcame her self-doubt. She overcame her always belittling, picking, talking herself down. She overcame that, and that's why she figured it out. She's mastered the skill, and she's now ready to effect major change. So I'm going to get to that one. When we, like, why do we learn things? Why do we grow? Why do we always want to improve ourselves? Why do we always want to learn something new? So that we can be better, isn't it? If you look at yourself today, at the time of watching this video, if you look at your life today and you compare your life to a month ago, 6 months ago, beginning of the year, last year, you can see that you are a different person. You are a better version of yourself than you were then. Okay, so, and the only way that you've got here is by trying new things, by allowing yourself, by giving yourself permission to grow. And through that growth comes power, comes understanding, comes strength, comes all of those kind of things. And that's why you have the death card. Now, let's look at this death card. First of all, we have a tree. Okay, I mean, I'm cutting off the top for a second. We have a tree. We have the roots of a tree which go deep, deep, deep into the ground. I know we have like a little bit of a skeleton face there, but that's just the roots that are making it. Can you see that there's this kind of magic? All right, we have the trees, leaves and everything. We've got background, and then we have this other being over the tree. But it's because we are all things at all times. The death card is about transformation and change, but it is about big transformation and change. Whenever we see the death card, always think about butterflies. They start off as a caterpillar. They have to go into complete and utter goo in order to evolve as a butterfly. It is major transformation and change. So this is what you're going through. And how are you going through this major transformation and change? By learning, by stop comparing yourself to who you were in the past or what happened previously, and by finding your strength and your power. And that is where the change is going to come from. So this is an incredibly powerful week for you, air signs. Incredibly powerful week. The only thing that you have to do is to keep trying, to not let your past pull you down, and to be open to change, to transition, to you becoming a better version of yourself, because that's what your focus is or needs to be for this week. Very powerful message, and I'm going to leave it right there for you. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, wishing you an amazing week ahead with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.